Hi, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and today I'm going to bring you a small fall floral. Say that 10 times fast. But we'll be using some sola wood flowers and this little pencil box, wooden pencil box from the Dollar Tree. And I just took this acrylic gray, light gray paint, watered it down, and used it as a stain for the outside and inside of the box. Now I'm just taking some shipping foam and I've cut it to size, and I'm just laying it, pushing it down into the box. I'm not gluing it down or anything. And I have this green moss that I got from the Dollar Tree. I think it's called reindeer moss. And I had just turned my glue gun on, so it's not quite ready. So I'm going to push the box aside, and we're going to work on the sola wood flowers. Now they are having a great up to 90% off sale. It does end Monday, so it is a Labor Day sale. And today is Monday, so it ends today, I guess. So I wanted to get this video out there so you guys could get in on the sale. Like I said, up to 90% off. And I will have an affiliate link in the description box for the sola wood flowers. Now I'm just gonna take my hot glue now, and I'm going to put it on the top of my foam, and I'm going to put the moss on top of the glue. Now you can also use Spanish moss. I used the last bit of mine, so this is the only moss I have left, but I like it too. It's not quite as messy as the Spanish moss, because the Spanish moss, if you want to use a little bit of it, you have to tear it apart and it gets everywhere. But this stuff is already in little pieces, so you can kind of just dump it on there. So my flowers came in a box of 50 in a package, and they're just these white ones like you see. Got 50 in a package. And then I used my acrylic paint and watered it down, put it in a little cup or a little container, and I dipped my flowers in them. And then I took them out and left them to dry, just to air dry. They do not come with stems. These particular ones don't. They do have some that do. And I'm just adding some stems from some other florals that I had. So I'm pushing the stem in the bottom of the flower a little bit, and then when I take it out, there's a little indentation. I put a little glue, hot glue in there, and then I add the stem back. So I have 2 yellow flowers, 2 red flowers, 2 orange, and 2 green that we're going to be using today. And when you get the assorted package of the 50 white flowers like I had, there are different flowers in them, like little carnations and roses and just different ones. You can get them with some skin on them or without. So the white ones, the total white ones, are without the skin. The other ones have a little bit of the darker wood on the ends of them. So I did get 2 packages, one of each. So I'm just placing my flowers in the foam, arranging them how I think they look best. Now, I'm not a flower arranger, and if you are, I'm sorry, I'm probably screwing this up. But I just put them in there the way I like them, and I guess that's all I can do, right? until my eyes are happy or my heart is happy. Either one or both. But these flowers are so pretty. Now they do have dies that you can buy from them. And but I just wanted to try the paints. So yesterday, like I said, I took different acrylic paint, watered it down, and dipped my flowers in there. Now I was going to use these eucalyptus leaves that I got from, where did I get them? Bed Bath and Beyond. But they were overwhelming. And I want my flowers to be the ones that you see when you look at this. I don't want you to see those other florals as much. I want you to focus on the flowers. And this one, the stem came off, so I have to re-glue it. Not a problem. Just put it back on there and then place it back in the box. And like I said, this is just one of those wooden pencil boxes from the Dollar Tree. I might have to get me some more of those. And then I just have pieces from other florals that I had left over. And I'm just putting those on. This one I couldn't get it to go into the foam, so I had to take the end of a paintbrush and make a hole in the foam and then put it in. And then I had to add some hot glue to it so it would stay. So I had 2 pieces of those. It's my kitty. His name is Juggernaut. So I think it's looking cute so far. Now I have these, I think they're eucalyptus leaves, the green and yellow ones from the Dollar Tree. So again, I broke those apart. And I'm just putting pieces here and there, basically around the 4 corners on the outside. And then I put 2 around the red flower in the middle. Now don't forget, today only, the Sola wood flowers are up to 90% off. And what I would do is I would go to the link that I'm going to provide you, and I would go to the search bar or the filter bar and put in low cost to high cost and just see everything that they have, because they have a lot of stuff. And like I said, you can get some things 90% off. You don't want to miss it. It's today only. And I'm not saying that just because I'm an affiliate. I'm saying it because, you know, I ordered my flowers and I paid a little, well, less than $8 for 50 of them in a package. And I thought that was pretty good. And that's not the 90% off. I think it was only like 70% off. But they have the dyes, they have fillers. Of course, they have kits. They have bouquets. They have all kinds of stuff. Okay, so now that I'm finished arranging my flowers, then we're going to take some vinyl, and this is my Vinyl Direct, and we're going to use this gray color. And I use the Oracle matte vinyl. I'm also an affiliate with them. I will put the link in the description box. But the transfer paper that I'm using is the one from Hobby Lobby that's Paper Studio. And it works really well with this vinyl. So I'm trying to figure out what side I want my decal to be on. Now I just place it down, and then I use my scraper tool to make sure it's adhered to the wood. So I'm still, placing it on the box, and that's where I want it. And I guess it's not really a scraper tool, it's a burnishing tool. You're just putting pressure and making sure that your vinyl is on your wood piece. And then I'm just lifting up the transfer paper. And you'll get pieces here and there that want to come up with the transfer paper, and you just lay it back down and burnish it some more. Now I did have this one piece that didn't want to cut on my machine, and it was my machine because I know what happened. One of the little eye dots got on the blade, and then it caused it not to cut all the way through the loop at the bottom of the N, I think. No, live life in full, in the F, I believe it was. So I had to kind of cut it loose. And then here's one of the little eye dots don't want to lay down. So I do end up taking my fingernail onto the transfer tape and just grabbing a hold of the eye and making it stick. And I do the same thing with that little piece that I ended up having to cut off. And I placed it back on. So again, it wasn't the fault of the vinyl, it was my machine. And I don't know if you've ever had it happen to you, but when you have those little tiny cutouts, sometimes the pieces get stuck on your blade, and then your blade has problems cutting out other parts of the design. If you've had that problem, let me know in the comments. Am I the only one? Okay, so there's that one, Live Life in Full Bloom. That's going to be on my back side, and this is going to be the front side. So I like this design better. It says Bloom with Grace. And I did end up cutting my design, making it a little too wide. So a leaf on either side does hang over the edge, but I just wrap it around the box. And as you can see, I didn't have any issues whatsoever with this design. There were no eyes in it. It was all in capital letters. So there's where the leaf went to hang over because it was a little too large for my box. So I just wrap it around the side and press it down. That's it. Bloom with Grace. I guess it's not in big letters, but it didn't have any eyes. The width was in large letters, capital letters. So look at all these colors that they have in their vinyl. Like I said, I bought the Oracle matte vinyl, but they also have the shiny vinyl. And if you get a 12 by 24 inch sheet, I believe it's $1.38. So it's not that bad. So here's our piece, Bloom with Grace, and with our solo wood flowers all dyed. This one, Live Life in Full Bloom. And don't forget, up to 90% off. And I'll put the link in the description box. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to do so. And I love reading all your comments. And I'll see you in the next video.